Hey friends, happy Thursday evening. It's late. It's nearly 9 o'clock here in Southern California. Today has been a day. Yesterday you probably couldn't tell because I'm unfortunately very, very good at hiding it. Yesterday was a horrible mental health day for so many reasons. As you all know, I'm approaching the 3-year anniversary of the passing of my dad, coming up on April 14th. And the way these months are going, they're going way too fast for me. And I know it's kind of hard to see, but up there, oh, I am so not good at this. Okay, there's a pillow behind me that's white and it has stripes on it. So that is a pillow that my best friend's mom made. She was able to take and make a memorial pillow for my mom that has, so my mom's pillow has like the collar of dad's shirt and then the buttons. And sorry, I'm adjusting my camera as we talk, so you guys are going for a ride. I apologize. So her pillow is bigger. It's actually sits on his chair, on his recliner. And she had enough fabric left over out of the shirt, because I think it was like a size 3X shirt, but it was Dad's favorite shirt. So she made me a pillow, and I didn't know she was, I don't remember, did I know? I don't think I knew. I think it was a surprise. She sent it to me that year for Christmas, and that was the first Christmas without Dad, and it was the best Christmas gift I could have gotten, because it was like, I have a piece of him with me now, you know. I told myself I'm not going to cry in this video because, yeah, no, we're not going to cry. So anyways, there's that I've been dealing with. I've been thinking a lot about my mom. My mom has a lot of appointments coming up for different things, and just because of her history, I've given it all to God, because it's beyond my control. Whatever becomes of these tests, we're going to deal with it. We're going to navigate those roads. So I've already made it very clear that if surgery is required, which it most likely will be for one thing, I've made it very clear that I will be taking my grandson and we will be going back to Michigan to take care of her during that recovery time. So I don't know when that would be, but that's definitely in the future, in the cards. Most likely. It's going to depend on what the CT scan says for her. So I've got that on my plate. And then the trip to Arizona, like I said, for the most part was good. There's just a few things that are making me really question some things that were told to me back in December. So I've been trying to play with that circus going on in my head. But honestly, the only thing that's keeping me going every single day is my little buddy. Like this morning, I was in here. Gosh, I might have only had like 3 hours of sleep last night. I'm not going to lie. I came in here after I dropped my daughter off at work, and I had last Sunday evening's church service to catch up on, as well as last night, Wednesday evening's church service. So I was in here watching those, and I was right at the end of the second one, which was Wednesday night service, and my little buddy just comes in here very sleepily, and he's like looking at me, and he looks at the TV and jumps up on the bed with me and watches the rest of the sermon from Wednesday night. And you know, I mean, that's what keeps me going every single day. He's supposed to be in bed, but he's right there. He's got to be with me, and that's okay. That's okay. We've already done our bedtime routine, so. Yeah, so I apologize. My videos have been so scattered this week. Like I said, with him being gone back east for work, it's just been, a lot. And I have done some major cleaning that I wanted to get done. It was not nearly as much as I wanted to get done, but I did tackle this bedroom as best as I could. So I had that. And then last night, I was determined to take these beautiful micro crochet hooks. I took the biggest one in the set, and I did do a little video on this, comparing it to, I compared this square to a square that I made that's only 2 rounds out of a 4-weight yarn. And this yarn that I'm going to show you is a light 3. Okay, so this largest crochet hook in this set is a 2.75. That is the largest hook I have ever used. Largest. Oh my gosh. The smallest crochet hook. Okay, I was doing this earlier too when I was trying to help my little buddy with his school. It would say the largest number, and I would be like, look for the smallest number. I'm telling you, somebody switched my coffee for decaf this morning too, because it did not help. 2 cups of coffee and it did not wake me up. Anyways, I used the largest hook in this set, which is a 2.75. For me, it is the smallest hook I have ever used, right? That made sense. I hope that made sense. I don't know. I know the gears are turning in my head and just, yeah. Anyways, so I did this little itty bitty square. It is 1, 2, 3 rounds. This is the smallest square I've made. I think I'm going to add one more. Excuse me. I'm going to add one more round on the top of yellow. And then this square will be done. No, I know granny squares get much smaller because I have been looking at videos, and some of the granny squares are just as big as the center, but they're like 5 or 6 rounds. And that's because people are using these itty bitty hooks. I'll get there. But it's like I said in my video last night, and I have seen this in other videos as well, for people that are just starting out with micro crochet. Start out, like if you're used to using a 4mm hook, go down to a 3 and then work your way down from there. Now for me, the biggest or the smallest hook I think I have ever used before this 2.75 is a 4. So I drastically jumped down, but I did okay. I didn't find myself missing stitches. I found it actually pretty easy to use a 2.75, which is shocking to hear from me. Excuse me. We had spaghetti tonight, and it's kind of just sitting with me. Yeah, so there's that I did. And I used the Premier, the afternoon cotton from Premier, and like I said, it's a light 3. These are 100% mercerized Egyptian cotton, and this is the color Rosebud. Okay, and this is a machine wash warm and a lay flat to dry. So this is one of those cottons. Very, very soft though. And then I have in here with me, I opened up these because I think I'm going to keep this set of clovers in my room so that I have a crochet hook in here when I need it, because I get really tired of having to run back and forth to my desk to get a crochet hook that I need. So I'm looking, these actually go down to 2.25 in these clover hooks, so that's good to know. But anyway, so I pulled out the 5.5 millimeter. The 5.5 millimeter out of this set. That's not showing up on this camera. I have pulled out the gorgeous ombre yarn that I got in my mystery yarn bag from Tap Mama. And just to refresh your memory, it is in the colorway Anemone. And then I finally got my bookshelf done today, which means I now have all of my crochet books, magazines, patterns, whatever, is on that bookshelf and organized. And when I was going through, because before I just had all my crochet books and magazines and stuff in a canvas bin on one of the, like what you see behind me here, that's what I had all my crochet books and stuff in. Or they were just scattered all over my desk and, you know. So when I was going through my books, I forgot I had purchased, and so that was the other thing too. I completely forgot a lot of the patterns and books and magazines that I have. And it's not just crochet, it's scrapbook, it's plastic canvas, it's learning to knit. So all my craft books are now in one convenient place. I found this book. Now, I have always wanted to attempt ripple stitches of some sort. This book is really nice because what I like about it is, and I know I have featured this book on another video, but way back, like last year this time probably, when I was just kind of getting a feel for doing my YouTube videos. And one thing I really like about this book is in the table of contents, it shows you what is on each page. So like Coral Fantasy, page 36, Jolly Waves, page 31, Rainforest, page 154, and so on and so forth. Now, this book is not just crochet, it's knit. It's knit and crochet. So if you look here, there is another part of the table of contents here. And then it also gives you an introduction. It gives you a how to use this book. It gives you terminology. It gives you the difficulty levels. And then it goes into telling you about colors and textures. Tells you about yarn weights. And then it jumps into the stitch collection. So one thing that is really nice, so each section, each page, so we're going to just pull 16 and 17 as an example. So 16, 17, you see there's a knitting, right? It shows knitting. But then if you go over to the next page, it's crochet. So Blue Lagoon is a knit pattern. But then you go to the next page. So Blue Lagoon and Surf are two knit patterns on page 16. And then if you go over to 17, numbers 3 and 4, Scottish Mists and Deep Seas are crochet. So it's a knit and crochet book. But there's just all different kinds of different things you can do. This one's really pretty. I like the peaks on this one. But I'm not in the mood to do something complicated. And a lot of these have like decreases, increases, 3 stitches together, you know, that kind of thing. So one of the patterns that I did pick that's a possibility that would be doable is this one here. Okay. It's called Golden Glow. And it is in multiples of 25 for your chain. So 25, 25, 25, 25. So there's that one that I was thinking about. And then I also looked at this one. It's called Chocolate Delight. It is a multiple of 16 chains, and then once you get your 16, 16, 16, get your length that you want, or width, or however you do your blankets, and then you add 2 more at the end. So it's called Chocolate Delight, and this one has some really nice peaks as well. So one thing I did do is I went on Yarnspirations last night, because I know I'm going to need more than just this one skein, because this one skein this has got a lot of yarn in it. It's 482 yards, so that's going to go a long way. However, I think, if I remember correctly, ripple stitches are kind of a yarn eater. So I did go on Yarnspirations last night. That yarn is still sold. So yeah, so I'm going to be starting that hopefully tonight, if life allows me. At least get the first, get the foundation chain made, and then maybe the first row, until just to get a hang of the pattern, because it's clearly going to be a pattern that I'm going to have to take my time with and really think and really count. And patterns around here, when it requires you to count, where I live, and you tell them you're counting, and you just keep counting out loud, louder, and they talk to you louder, if you know what I'm talking about. I dealt with that many times on the trip when I was making that bucket hat, and I was trying to count, and I finally just gave up counting and just did the rows and prayed for the best. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, friends, we are at 16 minutes. I'm sorry we went so long, but I just wanted to give you a video today. I don't know if there's going to be a video tomorrow. Friday most of you will probably see this Friday. Because, well, he's supposed to come home tomorrow, and, yeah, I don't know what's going on. So, alright, I'm going to go put this little one to bed. I think I might, maybe make a cup of tea or something. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'm going to come back in here and crochet. Start going over this ripple stitch pattern with this yarn. But, yep, I'm excited to be using this in a ripple stitch pattern, so I think it's going to be fun. Alright, friends, I love you. God loves you. Be kind to one another, and I will see you again very soon in another video. Bye.